Hey, Chiefs Kingdom. Kansas City is heading to Super Bowl 55 after a win in the AFC Championship game over the Buffalo Bills. I'm your host, Harrison Graham, here on the Chiefs Report. The stage is set. Chiefs versus Buccaneers 2 Sundays from now in Tampa, as the Bucs will get to play at home. I don't believe that's ever happened in NFL history, but the Chiefs will take on the Buccaneers, the top seed in the AFC, the number 5 seed in the NFC, as Tom Brady and the Bucs have gotten hot at the right time. Super Bowl 55, the second straight appearance in the big game for the Kansas City Chiefs, and I cannot wait for this one. And we're going to preview this entire matchup on today's show. But before we do that, get your early predictions in. Who you got? Type KC for the Chiefs. Type TB for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let me know who you're predicting will win this game. And later on in the show, I'll give my official score prediction and pick. So who you got? KC for the Chiefs or TB for the Bucs? Now let's take a look at how both of these two teams got here. Obviously, Kansas City had a bye in the wild card round. Then they took down the Cleveland Browns 22-17. The Mahomes injury, we were freaking out all week long. They're able to hold on in that game. And then leading up to this game, we didn't know if he would play. He got cleared on Friday, and he played fantastic in a 38-24 win over the Buffalo Bills, 325 yards and 3 touchdowns as Kansas City back-to-back wins in the playoffs to get to Super Bowl 55. For Tampa Bay, they've had to go on the road their entire playoff run, and ironically, we'll get to finish the season at home, at Washington. Beat Taylor Heineke in the Washington football team, 31-23. Heineke's heroics not enough in that one. In the divisional round, you saw the battle between aging quarterbacks, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. Bucs were able to avenge that season sweep in the regular season. They won 30-20 at the Superdome. And then in a wonky, wild game on the road in Green Bay, Tampa Bay took down the Green Bay Packers 31-26. And now Tom Brady is heading to his 10th Super Bowl and his first one with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What this guy is doing at 43 years old continues to defy logic. So, if you're interested in betting on this one, the betting line is set. The early odds are here. Chiefs, 3-point favorites. They think it's going to be a high-scoring game. The over-under set at 57.5 points. This could be a shootout. Go bet on this one at BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Use our promo code Chiefs125. That's going to get you a 125% deposit bonus. Put down $100, give you $125 for free, $200, $250 for free. That's math. Make some money on the Super Bowl. There's going to be a ton of fun prop bets out there. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Put your money where your mouth is. If you're feeling good about this game, go bet on the Chiefs, or maybe you like the Bucs. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. So let's take a look at these quarterbacks. You got new school versus old school. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady here. Head-to-head, 2-2 record in their careers. This regular season, both these quarterbacks played fantastic. Patrick Mahomes, 38-6 touchdown interception ratio. Brady, 40-12. Again, what he's doing at 43 is ridiculous, but Mahomes had another MVP caliber season. And then you look at the playoffs. Obviously, Brady's played in 3 games, Mahomes in 2. That completion percentage, not great for Brady, but he's made plays when it's mattered the most, and Mahomes has been awesome in his 2 games. Obviously, only played in about 2.5 quarters against the Browns, but he's been pretty flawless overall. 5 touchdowns against 0 interceptions in the postseason. Both guys will get a week off, and then they'll go head-to-head mano-a-mano in Super Bowl 55. Predict it for me. Who will have the better game in the Super Bowl? Type PM for Patrick Mahomes. Type TB for Tom Brady. Which one of these quarterbacks will have the better game in Super Bowl 55? I want to know what you guys have to think in the comment section. PM for Patrick Mahomes or TB for Tom Brady. This is a rematch from NFL Week 12, and the Bucs haven't lost since this game. The Chiefs won that game 27-24. The score doesn't really tell the story. Kansas City was in control of this game from start to finish and was never really in doubt to lose this game. They could have won by about 17, but they did not do that. The Bucs battled back, but Kansas City did win. Tampa hasn't lost since this game, so the Chiefs have lost 1 game, but that was in Week 17 when Chad Henne and all the backups started. So they have played this year. They are familiar with one another, but I would say both these teams look a whole lot different from where they did about 2 months ago. Get subscribed to the channel. We'll have daily updates leading up to the big game, so hit that big red button and subscribe. You see the link below. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We'll have injury updates, rumors, news, all kinds of storylines leading up to Super Bowl 55 and some other coverage as well. Some free agency, some draft stuff. That type of coverage will increase once this season is over, but daily videos leading up to Super Bowl 55 and on into the offseason. So go ahead and subscribe. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Speaking of injuries, there are some injuries for Kansas City. Eric Fisher left the AFC title game. We'll talk about him in a second, a little bit further detail. Sammy Watkins still hasn't played in the playoffs. I think with the extra week off here, he practiced some leading up to the AFC title game. I think we'll see him in the Super Bowl, but we'll have to wait and see. Le'Veon Bell didn't play in the AFC title game with the knee injury. Don't think the Chiefs really need him, but he's someone to keep an eye on as well. L'Jarius Sneed is in the concussion protocol. Hopefully he clears. I think the week off will be critical here. He really slammed his head hard on the turf on a nice PBU against Buffalo. And then Willie Gay Jr. We'll have to see if the rookie linebacker can get out there and play. He's been dealing with an ankle injury. But I think the big one here is Eric Fisher, because the Chiefs are already banged up front. No Mitchell Schwartz at right tackle, obviously. Kelechi Osemele's been out for a while. And now Eric Fisher left the AFC title game in the fourth quarter with an Achilles injury. And Andy Reid said afterward that it does not look good for Fisher regarding that Achilles. Obviously, he'll undergo an MRI. We'll see what the results are. But based on how it looked, based on how it's sounding, I would not expect Eric Fisher to play in the Super Bowl, which could spell trouble because the Bucs front four is really, really good. And like I mentioned, the Chiefs offensive line has already been banged up throughout this season. How concerned are you in the Chiefs offensive line? Scale it from 1 to 10. 10 being you're incredibly concerned. 1 being not concerned. We got Patrick Mahomes. I'm at like a 6, 6.5 or 7. Like, I'm concerned. This Bucs front four is lethal. Todd Bowles is drawing up some great schemes for that defense. I'll give it a 6.5. I've got some concerns about this O-line against this Bucs front. We'll talk about that more leading up to the big game. Hoping for the best with Fisher, but if he's out, that's going to be pretty challenging for Kansas City to try and mix and match their offensive line. Luckily, the Chiefs have probably the most dynamic duo wide receiver tight end combo we've ever seen in the NFL. These two guys just have been incredible this year. You see the stats on screen. They've obviously had really, really good regular seasons with 2,700 combined yards there and a bunch of touchdowns, obviously. And then, sure, they'll slow down in the playoffs, right? Wrong. Both these guys have been ridiculous. Over 500 receiving yards in 2 playoff games. Patrick Mahomes has thrown for 560 yards in the playoffs. 509 of them have gone to these two guys. Yeah, Sammy who? I'd love to have Watkins back for the Super Bowl, but Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, they're just unstoppable, and that's why as long as these two guys are out there, the Chiefs are going to have more than a fair chance to win this one. Now, who will have the bigger game in the Super Bowl? They've both been great. Type TH for Tyreek Hill, type TK for Travis Kelce. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Bigger game in Super Bowl 55. I want to hear it from you guys right now. Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't have any slouches either at receiver. They got a trio of their own. Mike Evans, obviously, has had a fantastic season. Had a couple of drops in the NFC title game, but he's going to be a tough matchup. Chris Godwin's really picked it up in the postseason as well. And Antonio Brown, he's been a great pickup for Tampa Bay. Now, he did miss the NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers, but he was kind of a game-time decision. I would expect him to play in Super Bowl 55. Remember, extra week off here, so both these teams can heal up a little bit. I would expect AB out there. And if you're familiar with us at Chat Sports, Chiefs Report is one of Chat Sports' many YouTube channels. Get the FABs going in the comments section. No one likes AB. He's been a good player for the Bucs this year since they picked him up. But FAB, man, I don't want AB to be the reason the Bucs win the Super Bowl. That would be a terrible storyline to the end of this wild season. FAB in the comments. Hopefully Kansas City can shut them down. Go ahead and spam it down below. So let's look at these offenses and defenses from a team statistical standpoint. These are two of the best in the league, right? Points per game, both top 10. Yards, they're both up there as well. Obviously, when you have Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, these two offenses are going to excel. Now, neither team is great at running the football. Kansas City is better, certainly. Darrell Williams has run pretty well as of late. Hopefully Clyde Edwards-Helaire continues to get healthy, but these are two of the better offenses in the NFL. And I think it's two of the more underappreciated defenses in the NFL. I think most would say the Buccaneers have a better defense, but I think it's pretty close. The Chiefs have played really well in the playoffs defensively, and they make plays when they have to. Josh Allen was uncomfortable during the AFC Championship game. They forced Baker Mayfield into some key mistakes. Steve Spagnuolo's got this Chiefs defense playing at a very, very high level. So I don't know that you could give the Buccaneers a huge edge defensively. I think you could say it's almost a push between these two groups, and I would give the edge to the Chiefs offense when you're talking about those side of the ball. So predict the score for me. Super Bowl 55 should be a fun matchup between old school, Tom Brady, new school, Patrick Mahomes. Predict the score for me. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Also, let me know which team you have winning, too. Don't just be like 30-20. I don't know which team you're saying. Say Chiefs 30, Bucs 20, etc. Say something like that. My way too early prediction, and we'll probably preview this game one more time when we get closer to the big game. Give me the Chiefs 34-27. That's my early prediction. I'm going to think about this a lot more. You know, this is just raw reaction coming out of Championship Sunday. I like Kansas City 34-27 to take down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think Patrick Mahomes and this offense are too good. I think they'll get it done and go back-to-back. That's been the theme all year. Hashtag run it back. Give me the Chiefs 34-27. So 13 days away from the big game. I can't wait for this one. These are two fun teams. Tampa Bay's really come on strong as of late, and Kansas City, you know, they've been there all year, man. They've lost 2 games, one of those in which they sat all of their starters essentially in Week 17. Again, we'll have updates on the channel leading up to this one, so get subscribed, turn on those notifications. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. We'll see you very, very soon here on the Chiefs Report.